In today's debate, mask versus no mask. What's your opinion? What's going on, guys? XQ420 back in the building, back here with another video for you guys. Today's video, the topic of the century right now: mask versus no mask. That's the main question. That's the question we all want to know about: mask versus no mask. You go some places, people masked up. Go another place, people fully against them. I personally don't wear one. I'm not for them. I can't hardly breathe in them. I'm just gonna be honest. I put one on one time. I was like, wow. Uh, I've got like a predator mask coming. If it comes down where they're mandatory, I'm going full out. So I'm a predator mask on. I'm getting my dreadlocks. I'm getting full gear. I'm gearing up. Today I want to show y'all a few things. There's some new guidance, and I want to see how they keep pushing this agenda of mask, and yet they fall right back to something a little bit different. So we're on CNN. This is a little bit of an older video, but I just wanted to show y'all this. Some of this is a little outlandish. I mean, they got a medical dummy up here. It's pushing smoke all out the mouth. I mean, but if this is a person who coughed, but they had the most violent cough ever. I mean, they pretty much coughed their soul right out of themselves. I mean, literally coughed their soul out. But we're gonna check this out, and this is for research purposes only, because they tell you, wear a mask protects you, protects others, protects you, asymptomatic spread, supposedly, which now all of a sudden is not so much of a thing. So let's just look at this. They're gonna show you the distance a cough can go, and I also show you a cough when it's inside it, when you got a mask on. So let's dive right into this.
3, 2, 1.
Inside this lab at Florida Atlantic University, 2 engineering professors are measuring the power of a cough.
2, 1.
Using a dummy,
Now that's what I was talking about, guys. I was talking about that. The perfusion out of the mouth of that cough. I mean, that was a severe cough. And like I said, you see it's a little bit older. You see the death toll, total cases, all that. It's a little bit older, but it's still relevant. Because I'm just going by I'm going by their facts that they're putting forward. This ain't me. This is what they putting out. So this is what they're telling me is true. So let's check out, see what they say.
they fill its mouth with a mix of glycerin and water. Then, with a pump, force the dummy to cough. Then wait to see how far the droplets travel. They fill the air, visible with the green laser light, simulating what happens when we cough.
Okay, so that's supposed to simulate droplets, and I mean, y'all see this here.
It generates
It's blowing out smoke.
10 to 20.
I mean, it's just blowing out smoke right there. So I mean, I'm unsure about that. I mean, I don't know if you walk around just breathing out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Microns, which is roughly close to what the smallest droplet sizes are when we cough.
Take note how quickly the simulated respiratory droplets spread.
1.
The droplets expelled.
Now take note. Take notes. Notate how quickly this happens.
Traveled a distance of 3 feet almost immediately. Within 5 seconds, the droplets were at 6 feet, then 9.
Okay, 3 feet. Now the 6 feet. Social distancing, right? 6 feet. That's what you're telling me. Social distancing. But even before they were telling you to wear masks, that's what we need to do. Distance. 6 feet. Remember that.
9 feet in just about 10 seconds. Remember, 9 feet is 3 feet beyond the recommended social distancing guidelines.
It's already reaching roughly 9 feet now. It's still moving farther slowly.
The fog of droplets lingered.
Okay, so now it's at 12 feet. I mean, now, like I said, I'm just going off what they got right here. I mean, could the droplets not like hit the ground? I mean, it look like the wind might be carrying this stuff. I mean, what's the temperature in there? You know, because I heard it gets warmer, more humidity, droplets don't travel as far as they drop down. I mean, they didn't give me that background info. I'm looking at info. They didn't give it here, though.
Lingered in the air, but kept moving forward, taking just another 30 to 40 seconds to float another 3 feet.
It's getting closer to 12 feet now.
Yes, he said 12 feet. Over and over again.
Yes, he said 12 feet. I mean, that's... I mean, 12 feet. I mean, that's way out there. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I mean, was the wind blowing? I mean, what direction is the wind blowing? You know, if the wind blowing back towards you, you can't come. I mean, you got to get. I need a little more context on this. I feel like it would have hit the ground by now, but that's just me. I'm no biologist. I don't know human anatomy. I don't do these scientific experiments in my backyard, so I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of it.
And the simulated droplets blew past the 6-foot mark, often doubling that distance.
Okay, it has passed 3 feet already, approaching 6 feet. And it looks like it has crossed 6 feet. And now it has slowed down.
How long might they linger at 9 feet and 12 feet?
So at 9 feet, they could linger for, provided still air, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, but
Okay, 2 to 3 minutes lingering. Now, when they linger, I mean, are they going to drop at all, or are they just going to stay on that same plane? That's what I'm trying to figure out. He ain't told me that now. This is what they tell you. You cough, droplets come out, 12 feet, unmasked. Okay, fair enough. But they're just going to be out there lingering. They ain't going to fall. Gravity ain't going to affect them or nothing. Just like the balloons, you know. Wind catching to go right up. Gotcha.
the concentration is less than what it would be at, say, 6 feet by about a factor of 8.
The professors say the droplets become less dense the further they travel, but they still hang in the air.
Okay, so they're less dense. So, of course, your most dense place is going to be like from me to you. 2, 3 feet. Which, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never seen anybody in the past just be coming up sneezing right in your face. You know, say, oh, my bad, man. I mean, it just be like, wow, dude. I mean, everybody ever know, but they go to sneeze, you go like that. You know, lift the shirt up, turn the other way, turn the other cheek. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I mean, folks just going straight out. Most people, when they cough, they do like that into their hand, cover their mouth when they cough. But, I mean, I guess they just assume, hey, man, we just got a bunch of irresponsible folks. It's going to go around just be sneezing in your face. Straight up. Got the stuff from sneezing on you, bud. That's how we getting down.
Still with the ability to carry disease. And watch this. Even when we put a simple mask.
Now watch this. Even when they put a simple mask. Now this mask right here is a whole lot better than what I see folks walking around with. This mask right here, at least it fits around their face. I see folks stuff be gaping out the sides, have it hanging off their nose, whole underside of their chin be exposed. Now I want y'all to see what happens when they sneeze, cough, whatever into this mask.
Mask on the dummy, particles still dispersed from the sides of the mask, though they didn't travel very far.
Certainly, if you're not wearing a mask.
I mean, what do you know? Even when they had the mask on and they sneezed or they coughed, the droplets still somehow managed to get outside of it. Well, of course, there's stuff that you can't see. I mean, I don't know how they expecting it. I mean, it's like somebody said, it's like you trying to keep a mouse out of the field with a chain link fence. I mean, they're gonna run right through. So I mean, I don't understand how this is gonna help at all. Actually, and of course, it affects your breathing. Like I said, I can't breathe in them. I mean, I feel like the world's coming down on me.
Mask, you're supposed to cough into your elbow. But if you cough into your hand, this is what happens. Let's turn out the lights. I'll put my hand up against the mouth of this dummy and simulate a cough. You can see the drop.
Now, I mean, now of course you show coughing to the hand. You still got droplets. So what they telling me right now is that regardless of what we do, droplets are on the way. Now, he just called sneeze right there in that mask in the hand. And they said the droplets can hang around the air 2-3 minutes. Makes you think you're not going to come out and not fall on your mask. You go back home, take your mask off. Man, forgot to wash your hand right, took your mask off. Picked something up, ate it. Picked up a piece of gum. Boom, over. I mean, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you telling me that you want me to do it, but what you're showing me is that regardless, it's going to happen anyway. Droplets are coming out.
Droplets spray in all directions. They may not travel as far, maybe about 3 feet or so, but they spray everywhere. And they can linger in the air, possibly for as long as 3 minutes.
Intensity of the cough matters, so we tested a gentle cough too.
Now, I don't know what that is. That's a poop. I mean, you go, I mean, that ain't nothing. That's like somebody go, why are you testing that?
The lighter cough didn't go very far at all, about 3 feet, but the question remains, how close is too close?
Do you think, based on what you've seen in your own lab, that 6 feet is enough for social distancing?
6 feet is a minimum distance that you should keep. It seems that
But further is better.
further is better.
So, I mean, okay, so in closing on this part, I mean, my man said further is better. I mean, how about 12 feet? What about 20 feet? What about you just not, nobody leave the house ever? Somebody just comes and, a stork carry babies. Whatever type of a bird you just brings your food to you, drops at your doorstep. I mean, how much distance is enough distance? You ain't telling me. So I wanted to look at a few things about because the WHO said something recently about masks, and the CDC said something. But you just seen this CNN video, and this is another site, and they showing the asymptomatic spread that now they're saying is not really a thing anymore, not really prominent. But you see, they showing them where it spreads forward, maximum exposure, and then they got this other little one. Oh, we got these little bitty droplets, but not from what CNN said. Where's the droplets around the head? Because they sneezed. That stuff's supposed to poof right out around your head. It's supposed to leave you like a fog around your head. They saying, nah, man, you don't get no fog. But hey, they just did a study. Isn't that what they say? Listen to the mainstream. So from the mainstream, what they're telling me is that mask, no mask, but the droplets are out there. You can't dodge them. So let's see what the WHO's got to say. All right. So the World Health Organization on Friday, which this was written on June the 6th. So World Health Organization on Friday updated its guidance on use of masks amid COVID-19 pandemic, making several changes and additions. Most notably, the agency is now recommending that governments encourage healthy members of the general public to wear masks in specific situations as a part of comprehensive prevention efforts. Certain situations. So we got that old study right there. See, droplets are still out. Yeah, they still want you to wear a mask. Man, I still want you to wear an asymptomatic spread. It's rare, not really a thing. Still wear a mask though. You know what I'm saying? So, because you might become pre-symptomatic. All right. So then they jump in and say, I wish to be very clear that the guidance we are publishing today is an update of what we have been saying for months, that masks should only ever be used as a part of a comprehensive strategy in the fight against COVID-19. Now, they ain't telling you that it's going to save you, because he's got a direct quote next. Masks on their own will not protect you from COVID-19. Mask will not protect you from COVID-19. Now, CDC, I went to their website talking about face coverings. Cloth face coverings. They wear a face covering. Get a face covering. Put one on. If you ain't got one, you're a douchebag. The biggest douchebag ever. And what they say here? A cloth face covering may not protect the wearer, but it may keep the wearer from spreading the virus to others. I'm hearing a whole lot of may, a whole lot of maybe, it might, there's potential, and there's potential I win the lottery. Now I gotta buy a ticket first, but I mean, I got potential. I mean, I'm gonna win it. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. We got a whole bunch of may not protect, it may keep you from getting it. And then you go back to the WHO, and they said it ain't gonna protect you. But I want you to wear one anyway. Okay. It says the technical guidance released later Friday is equally cautious, noting at the present time the widespread use of masks by healthy people in the community setting is not yet supported by high quality or direct scientific evidence, and there are potential benefits and harms to consider. Okay, so hold on. So you trying to tell me that you ain't got no high quality or direct science that masks are gonna help you out, and there's some potential harms to consider, but I need everybody to wear one. Guys, I mean, just do some critical thinking. This channel, we want to enhance your mind. We want mind enhancement. We want people to start thinking, start questioning some things. You ain't got no info saying they're gonna help you. You do have some info saying, hey, it could harm you. I don't know if people are reusing their masks. Have they washed them? You know, when they use the little throwaway ones, how many times they use it? I see people, they got the mask in their car. They got masks. They got masks on the floorboard. They pull a mask out their purses. They pull a mask out their back pockets. Man, where the mask been? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So they telling me it ain't gonna, but I mean, it ain't gonna stop you from getting COVID. Now, like I said, we seen this right here. Seen that right there, that spread. Of course, they say, hey, you spread a lot of virus droplets. And then this one, hey, you don't spread as much, but you still got droplets out there that could potentially infect somebody. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Minimum, not no exposure. I mean, there's a percentage there. Okay, so they're also saying that there's a certain way, a certain detail design that you need to have as far as your mask, how much fabric for the filtration, so it can actually do something at all for you. So they've even updated that. So everybody who made a mask, man, the mask might not be up to snuff. And let me tell you right now, but you ain't finding no elastic. I went to Walmart, elastic, cleaned out. White thread, black thread, cleaned out. I'm trying to figure out how much money these companies made on cloth, on the mask, and on elastic and thread. Because, you know, they cleaned up. But somebody made a lot of money. So we gave a lot of money away to people for some masks. Let's read this. And those recommended masks aren't just any face coverings. The agency looked over the filtration and breathability for a variety of common fabrics and materials. It noted that the French Standardization Association has developed a technical standard for non-medical masks, which includes a minimum of 70% solid particulate filtration or droplet filtration. Now, this is a whole lot of lingo. I ain't gonna lie, I mean, they talking about the percentage of filtration. I mean, I'm just talking about taking a piece of cloth and, you know, and strapping it over my face. That's what my man from the CDC said. I mean, he told you just, fold the thing up, throw it over your face, use some rubber bands. So they saying something a little bit different. Said the WHO noted that breathability, the difference in pressure across the mask as you breathe, reported in millibars or pascals, should be below 49 pascals centimeter squared for a medical mask. But for non-medical masks, an acceptable pressure difference should be below 100. So that's the difference right there. And like I said, these terms right here, man, they're a little out there. I mean, if you at home, make a homemade mask, I mean, man, how you gonna do this? I mean, I don't know if you got the equipment to test this stuff out on it. Do you got a little dummy you can push some air through, some smoke through with a green light? Black out? I mean, it's a little tough. It's gonna put all the people who make masks at home out of business. They're like, dude, I can't buy that for you. I mean, what's the filtration? What's the Pascals at? I mean, like, I don't even know what a Pascal is. So last, the WHO calculate the filter quality factor, dubbed Q, which is a function of filtration and the breathability, with higher values indicating better overall efficiency. The bare minimum for homemade fabric mask should be Q of 3. Okay, so if I'm correct from what we're seeing now here, Q of 3 is the layers. All right. Next, the analysis turned to the assembly of masks, the best materials, and layering method. Folding a single fabric into 2 layers can boost filtration 2 to 5 times. Folds making 4 layers boost filtration up to 7 times. You be folded up so much that you ain't gonna be able to breathe through the thing. I mean, you just have a plastic bag over your head just about. Like, dude, I can't breathe through this thing at all. And it said, the WHO determined that a minimum of 3 layers is required for fabric masks. So that's minimum. I don't know if I see a whole lot of folks, I think they got 2-layer masks. So you need 3. So if you got one, you need to remake it. But masks may need more, depending on the fabric used. Now I got to worry about the fabric I use. I mean, they use cotton, polyester, what's some of the other ones? I don't know. I mean, I ain't in the cloth. All I know is cotton and polyester. All I know, when I go buy clothes, go buy shirts, I always call it the material. Is it soft? I'm not a big cotton guy myself. Not 100% cotton because it just feels heavy. But now you got to worry about the fabric you use. I said, dang, bud, you got to be a scientist in order to make these cloth masks at the house. So, for instance, folding cotton handkerchiefs into 4 layers still only led to a maximum filtration efficiency of 13%. So I'm guessing that 13%, which they got this chart right here, it lets you know the filtration, 13%, I guess that ain't quite cutting the cheese. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what they looking. You want to do a little bit better than that. So homemade masks recommended by the US CDC only have 2 or 3 layers of cotton. So they saying that the CDC was off. Y'all got to do better. Who do we need to listen to? I don't know. CDC say one thing. The WHO says something else. I don't know. Now, the WHO stressed that these masks are only for source control only, not personal protection. So they can help prevent the person wearing the mask from spreading the virus, but they will not necessarily protect the wearer from becoming infected. Okay. So, I mean, they want you to accompany that with your hand washing and your physical distancing. Alright. So, we got an expert analysis right here on a mask design. Now, this is, I don't know who's got time for all this. But the non-medical mask should include 3 layers as follows. An innermost layer of hydrophilic material, cotton blends. Outermost layer made of hydrophobic material, polypropylene, polyester, or other blends, which may limit external contamination from penetration through to the wearer's nose and mouth. And then they need a middle one with hydrophobic layer of synthetic non-woven materials such as polypropylene, or a cotton layer which may enhance filtration or retain droplets. Now, this whole may thing. Ain't telling me it will. It's just may. And this guy, Van, said the evidence we have through this research is that with those 3 layers and in that combination, that fabric mask can actually provide a mechanistic barrier. And if someone were infected with COVID-19, it could prevent those droplets from going through and infecting someone else. Could, not will. I'm looking at will. Can I get a will? All I get is could. That's all they can give me. Now, the guidance didn't offer specific details on the testing of the recommended mask design or comparison with others, such as those recommended by the CDC. I mean, so they ain't give me no background info. They just say, hey man, here's an idea. Now, is it gonna work? I don't know. But just do it. Just do it anyway. So here's my whole question. Okay. So you get the droplets. From what I understand, you can get viruses through your eyes too. I was unsure of that, so I went to this site right here, American Academy of Ophthalmology. I believe I said that right, so that's obviously the study of eyes. Alright, so I wanted to go down, and I was wondering, how can the coronavirus affect your eyes? Coronavirus can spread through the eyes just as it does through the mouth and nose. So you're telling me that when somebody sneezes in their mask and you get the droplets go around their mask, you come by, you got your mask on. Your mask helped you a little bit. Problem is, virus came through your eyes. Where's the mandatory goggle wearing? Like I told you, if they don't mask me up, I'm going full predator. Dreadlocks and all. I mean, so this right here, this is what they're telling you. It's just as it does through the mouth and nose. When someone who has coronavirus coughs, sneezes, or talks, virus particles can spray from their mouth or nose onto your face. You are likely to breathe those tiny droplets in through your mouth or nose. But the droplets can also enter your body through your eyes. You can also become infected by touching your eyes after touching something that has the virus on it. So, I mean, if I can get it through my eyes, then how good is the mask doing me? I mean, we still got to see. We got to blind ourselves too. Got to put a blindfold on and walk around. That's what I'm trying. What about people with contacts? They constantly have their fingers in that stuff. I'm always a little wary of that anyway. I don't know how people put contacts in their eyes. I can't get my finger near my eye. That's a true skill. So that's what I'm just saying. I'm just saying, look, I mean, they telling me to do stuff. But then they said, man, I ain't got nothing to back it up with. But just do it anyway. Now, if I went out there and just randomly told somebody to do something, they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, dude, I don't know you. Well, y'all don't know these people. Everybody just jumped right on board. There's no problem. Didn't ask a question or nothing. I mean, Fauci, back in March, he said, man, what you gonna wear a mask for? You gonna fiddle with it, move it around? Ain't no point. And all of a sudden, it's like, man, everybody needs to wear a mask. So, I'm off the mask bandwagon myself. I don't want nothing to do with it. But I mean, if you want to wear your mask, it's cool. Wear it. I just think it's kind of weird myself. Going to places, people with masks on, you can't see their face. A lot of times I see people, they walk around, they about look like zombies. They look like they're mad at the world. I guess. All I see is their eyes. Eyes look dead. So, I mean, whatever your thoughts is, leave them in the comment section below. Rate, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.